We've all been there. You're trying to check the news, look up a recipe, or just browse the vast expanse of the internet. Suddenly, Google throws a wrench in the works. A message pops up. Unusual traffic. It's like Google's holding up a stop sign, and it can be pretty annoying. What does it even mean? Is Google accusing you of being a robot? Well, not exactly. But it is saying that something about your online activity is a little fishy. Think of unusual traffic notifications as Google's way of saying, hey, something's not right here. It's like a security checkpoint for your internet activity. So, what triggers these unusual traffic alarms? Simply put, it's when Google detects something out of the ordinary in how you're accessing its services. Imagine a single door suddenly facing a stampede of people. That's what a surge in requests from your network looks like to Google. This could mean you're sending an unusually high volume of requests, like refreshing a page 100 times in a minute. We've all been there, right? Or it could be that the requests are coming in an automated pattern, suggesting that a bot, not a human, is behind the keyboard. Essentially, anything that deviates significantly from the usual ebb and flow of internet traffic can raise Google's digital eyebrows. But why is Google so concerned about unusual traffic? Well, it all boils down to security. Google is the guardian of a lot of our digital lives, our emails, our documents, our search history, the things Google knows. Unusual traffic can be a red flag for malicious activity. It could be a sign of a distributed denial of service DDoS attack where hackers try to overwhelm a website with traffic to knock it offline. Or it could indicate that someone is trying to scrape data from Google's search results without permission. By flagging unusual traffic, Google is trying to protect both its users and its own systems from harm. Now let's talk about those bots. Bots are basically software programs that are designed to automate tasks on the internet. They're not inherently bad. In fact, they're used for a lot of helpful things like indexing websites for search engines or providing customer service through chatbots. But like any tool, bots can be used for nefarious purposes. Some bots are designed to scrape data without permission, spread spam, or even launch those pesky DDoS attacks we talked about earlier. When Google detects traffic that looks like it's coming from a bot, especially one that's behaving badly, it's going to raise the unusual traffic flag. Section 5. Sharing is not always caring. Public Wi-Fi and unusual traffic. Here's another scenario where you might encounter the unusual traffic notification, public Wi-Fi. We've all been there, at a coffee shop, an airport, or even a library, desperate for a Wi-Fi fix. But here's the thing. Public Wi-Fi networks are often shared by a lot of people. And when multiple users on the same network are all accessing Google services at the same time, it can create a surge in traffic that triggers Google's alarm bells. So, while you might just be checking your email, Google might see it as a potential security threat and hit you with the unusual traffic message. Section 6, the price of being flagged. Okay, so you've been flagged for unusual traffic. What happens next? Well, it depends. In some cases, Google might just ask you to complete a CAPTCHA. You know, those annoying puzzles where you have to identify traffic lights or decipher blurry text. It's Google's way of making sure you're a real human and not a bot trying to break in. In other cases, Google might temporarily block your access to its services. This is definitely frustrating, but it's usually just a temporary measure. Section 7. Keeping Google happy. Tips for avoiding unusual traffic. So, how can you avoid those pesky unusual traffic notifications? Here are a few tips. Don't be a bot. Avoid using automated tools or scripts that send a lot of requests to Google in a short amount of time. Be mindful of your public Wi-Fi habits. If you're on a public Wi-Fi network, try to avoid accessing sensitive information or performing actions that might generate a lot of traffic. Keep your browser and security software up to date. This will help protect you from malware and other threats that can trigger unusual traffic patterns. Clear your cookies and cache regularly. This can help prevent conflicts and errors that might be causing Google to flag your traffic. Section 8, human after all. Remember, Google's unusual traffic notifications are there for a reason, to protect you and its systems. While they can be annoying, they're usually just a minor inconvenience. By understanding what triggers these notifications and taking steps to avoid them, you can browse the web with peace of mind. Section 9. Stay safe out there. And hey, if you do get flagged for unusual traffic, don't panic. Just take a deep breath, solve the captcha, and move on with your digital life. The internet is a wild and wonderful place, but it's always a good idea to be aware of the potential risks and take steps to protect yourself. Happy browsing.